Winning is simply a mindset. A mindset, however, that is only developed by outstanding individuals. It's not about talent. It's about when the talent is having a rest day. Effort will drive you home when everyone expects you to give up. Effort will drag you from the canvas when you have been knocked out by life. Winning is not some special reward only reserved for the lucky among us. If you ask all the failures, they will tell you it is luck, but it's not. Winning is a reward you receive when you have put in the hard work, when no one is watching. Winning is for champion attitudes and champion hearts. If you throw me to the wolves, know that I will return leading back. It only takes one moment to decide you are going to be a winner. One moment is all it takes. It only takes one moment to make a decision. One moment to say no, to say never again. Never again will I settle. Never again will I accept anything but first place. One moment to be strong. One moment to separate myself from the rest. Win at all costs. Winning is simply a mindset. A mindset, however, that is only developed by outstanding individuals. Are you outstanding? Outwork your competition. If you outwork your opponent day in and day out, you will beat him come game day. There is no question. But you have to have commitment and discipline to be better day in and day out, always giving more than your opponent. One more rep, one more set, one more mile. That is what it takes to get the edge. Winning is what happens when deep down inside you got tired of losing. Winning is what happens when your desire to win is greater than your fear of failure. Winning is what happens when your why is bigger than your opponent's why. When your hunger is greater, when your soul says, no, it won't. If you stay in the game, hang in there, give yourself a shot. It is possible. Make sure your opponent knows you are ready for war. Look him in the eyes and make sure he knows he won't stop you. Look him in the eyes and you will see his fear, because he knows he's not ready for you. Not today. This is your time. Refuse to give up. Never settle and win at all costs.
Welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack Basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope will do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjacks! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for the 2A Central Idaho League District Championship game matchup between your St. Mary's Lumberjacks and visiting Grangeville Bulldogs. Just a quick setup here. If the Lumberjacks win this game tonight, they will be straight on into the state tournament. If the Grangeville Bulldogs come away with the win, the Lumberjacks will have to face them again on Friday evening in a win or stay home game, as the winner of that one would be on to the state, but the loser would be getting ready for baseball season. Of course, everybody as Lumberjack fans want the Lumberjacks to come away with that first victory here tonight and get done with it and on to state. But they are facing a very tough, formidable opponent here in the Grangeville Bulldogs. So let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back with our Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. Brent's Electric is a family-owned and operated business right here in St. Mary's. With 36 years of electrical experience, Brent's Electric has been serving all of North Idaho since 9. From new construction to renovation, Brent's Electric can help. Give them a call today at 208-245-5725. That's 208-245-5725. Brent's Electric in St. Mary's. And we are back. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for the 2A Central Idaho League District Championship game between the Lumberjacks and the Grangeville Bulldogs. Before I get into our pregame show, I want to get these congratulations and stuff out of the way and some upcoming information, as I will forget if I don't do it now. Congratulations, wrestlers. They have now won 5 straight district titles, 8 last 9 years. They are on to the state tournament. Here are some of the district champions. In the 113-pound category, Brock Anderson was the district champion. He is a freshman. Congratulations to him. In the 120-pound category, Dylan Stoughton was the district champion, and he is on to state. In the 195-pound category, it was Kyle Seibert, and in the 285-pound category, it was Delbert Lamson. Those were all district champions at the district wrestling tournament. In all, 11 Lumberjacks qualified for the state tournament, so good luck to the Lumberjack wrestlers at state tournament on Saturday at the Idaho Center. Good luck to the cheer team as they will be at districts in Lewiston on Saturday. And congratulations to Lady Jack basketball players for All League, Jenna Holder and Sammy Badgett. So there's a couple of quick things that we wanted to let you know about before I forget to mention them. Let's take another break, and we'll be back with more.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in these pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is asking for your help. The Booster Club continues to provide needed sports equipment for the St. Mary's High School sports programs, but what they have planned next is big. The Booster Club is in the process of building a new sports complex on land next to the high school parking lot. This new sports complex will include a baseball field, softball field, and soccer field. The fields will be built according to professionally engineered plans and will be ADA compliant, so all Lumberjack fans can enjoy the games. The Booster Club thanks the community for their support throughout the years. With your support, Phase 1 will begin this summer. If you're interested in donating to the new sports complex project, contact Connie Masterson at 208-568-0288 for details. Let's all get together and get this new complex built for the student body and the community.
And we are back. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off here on KOFE. And I did share our YouTube link to the Grangeville KORT station's Facebook page. So just in case any of you up in Grangeville have found that link already and are already tuned in, we want to welcome you guys as well. We are going to be giving the feed to KORT up in Grangeville as well on their radio as soon as they get connected with us, and we will let you know as soon as that happens. But we'll take a look at some league standings for the Lumberjacks and the 2A Central Idaho League. The Lumberjacks finished regular season with a 19-1 record, 4-0 in league play. Their last game was a win against Genesis Preparatory Academy, 71-46, and they are second in the power rankings for Idaho sports. Grangeville, an 11-6 record, 2-2 in league play, 1-0 in district action. They beat Orofino 47-41 on the 22nd, and they are 8th in the 2A power rankings. Orofino, their season is done. They finished up with a 7-11 season, 0-4 in league play, 0-1 in district play. They lost Ville 47-41 in their final game. They are 13th in the 2A power rankings. Taking a look at those power rankings, the top 5 for Idaho sports power rankings. Valley is at #1 with a 19-3 record. Jacks at #2 with a 19-1 record. The North Fremont Huskies at #3 with a 19-0 record. Ambrose has a 19-1 record at #4. Westside at 20-4, sitting at #5. In the coaches' polls, North Fremont sets atop that, with St. Mary's at #2, Ambrose at #3, Westside at #4, and Valley at #5. In the the media polls, it is exactly the same as the coaches' poll. North Fremont, Mary's, Ambrose, Westside, Valley is the top 5. In the Max Preps rankings for 2, it is #1 St. Mary's, #2 North Fremont, #3 Ambrose, #4 Westside, and #5 is Valley. And the Lumberjacks are ranked in the top 5 overall on Max Preps in Idaho, as they are sitting at #4 and surrounded by a whole bunch of 5A schools. Madison, #1, Thunder Ridge, #2, Meridian, #3, St. Mary's, #4, Lake City, #5. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Idaho. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
When was the last time you had great Mexican food? I mean really great. Has it been a while? Well, grab the kids and head to Casa de Oro for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro has fantastic burritos, tacos, and chimmies. Not to mention fajita and shrimp dishes. Little Johnny doesn't like Mexican food? Well, don't worry. Casa de Oro also has an American menu as well. Dinner and lunch a la fresca. Great service and margaritas with a kick. Casa de Oro, it's what's happening for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro on Golf Course Drive in St. Mary's.
And we are back. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Thank you for joining us. If you're listening on the, or maybe you are on the NFHS network on the camera system. Maybe you're on our YouTube channel back on YouTube, of course. In any case, thank you for joining in. 2A District Tournament action, Central Idaho League, as the Lumberjacks taking on the Grangeville Bulldogs. And I hear some action going on from the studio. I think they are working on getting connected to KORT in Grangeville. So hopefully we'll be on with them, you guys up there shortly. Taking a look at the Lumberjack boys, they are coming into this game on a 3-game win streak, as well as coming off of an 8-day break with no games. We'll be curious to see if they come out ready to go or if they look sluggish from not having played 8 days. The Lumberjacks actually do need to come out and start fast tonight against a very tough Grangeville team. The Lumberjacks' last game was on the 16th of February, where they played Genesis Prep. The Jacks won that game 71-46 on senior night. Randy Bechtel had a great game with 15 points. Eli Gibson led in assists and rebounds. He had 5 assists and 8 rebounds. Carson Wicks for Lumberjacks had a season high and possibly career high. With Lumber fans will know who Carson Wicks is. And it is a pretty awesome story. Maybe if you've seen the story from Crim 2 that was shared around Facebook about him, you might also know all about him. I did just get word that Grangeville, KORT Radio up in Grangeville, is on with us, so we want to welcome you guys in to the broadcast for tonight's game of the Lumberjack boys and Grangeville Bulldogs. I'm Tim Parrish here in St. Mary's at Lumberjack Gymnasium. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Introducing the all-new 2021 Yamaha Wolverine R-Max 1000. The Wolverine R-Max 1000 delivers class-leading power and smooth performance thanks to its new powerful 999cc dual overhead cam 8-valve parallel twin engine, featuring legendary Yamaha durability. The all-new advanced and heavy-duty suspension is designed to provide maximum articulation in low-speed situations, a balanced ride feeling when trail riding, and maximize dampening during sport driving. Visit Saint-Vincent Cycle today to see for yourself the all-new Yamaha Wolverine R-Max and realize your adventure. Always protecting your seatbelt, helmet, eye protection, and protective clothing. Read the owner's manual and product warning labels before operation. And welcome back to the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. I'm Tim Parrish, the host for tonight's game. Lumberjacks and Grangeville Bulldogs in 2A Central Idaho League action, District Championship game. Reset the scene here for everybody that just joined in from up in Grangeville on KORT. This game for Grangeville is a win or start getting ready for baseball season. For the Lumberjacks, they don't necessarily have to win tonight, but of course, if a Lumberjack fan, a win tonight would be the ideal outcome. So the Lumberjacks, if they win tonight, they will be straight in to a state tournament, which next week at Eagle High School down in Boise. If the Bulldogs come away with the win tonight, the Lumberjacks will have to host Grangeville once again on Friday
at 6 o'clock right here in St. Mary's. So that is a setup for the situation and what is on the line here tonight for both teams. Taking a look once again back to our pregame, the Lumberjacks, they played the Bulldogs twice this year, and it's hard enough to beat a team twice, let alone 3 times. And like I just mentioned, if things don't go right, the Lumberjacks could have to play the Bulldogs a 4th time. I mentioned that if the Lumberjacks win, they will be straight into the state tournament, and if the Lumberjacks win, the Bulldogs will be getting ready probably for the upcoming baseball season. The Lumberjacks have played well against Grangeville. The Lumberjacks have shot 43% from the field, 25% from three-point range, 72% from the free throw line in the 2 games earlier in the season. They have averaged 29 rebounds per game, 11 assists, and 8 steals against the Bulldogs in those games. Leading in scoring for St. Mary's in those games against Grangeville has been Eli Gibson, averaging 16 points per game. He is a senior, and Grayson Sands, a sophomore, second in scoring against Grangeville, averaging 12 points per game. The Lumberjacks as a team average 60 points per game, 44 points per game allowed to opponents. Some team averages for St. Mary's. They average 44% shooting, 24% from three-point range, 62% from the charity stripe, and they average around 32 rebounds per game on the season, 10 assists, 11 turnovers, and 10 steals. Lumberjack opponents are averaging 37% shooting from the field, 29% from three-point range, 55% from the charity stripe. They average around 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 16 turnovers, and 4 steals. Individual numbers for the Lumberjacks on the season in points and leading per scoring is Gibson and Gentry. That's Eli Gibson, Tristan Gentry averaging 11 points per game. Coleman Ross averages 9. Colby Renner averages 7, as does Brett Stansel. On the assist side of things, Coleman Ross averages 3. Tristan Gentry and Eli Gibson average 2. And Grayson Sands, Brett Stansel, Randy Bechtel, and Colby Renner average 1. Rebounds, Tristan Gentry averages 7. Eli Gibson averages 5. Colby Renner and Coleman Ross average 4. Brett Stansel and Randy Bechtel average 3. And steals, Coleman Ross averages 2. Sands, Bechtel, Gibson, Gentry, Stansel, and Renner each average 1 steal per game. We're going to go ahead and take another 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff, and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot jelly for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Is your rig's check engine light on? Idling a little rough? Time for an oil change. Maybe you need tires. Stop by Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto Repair can take care of your automotive needs fast. If you have a dead battery, Jim's Auto Repair AC Delco battery. Did we need tires? Jim's Auto Repair is an authorized Tire Pros dealer and can get you a great deal on tires for your rig. Locations in St. Mary's and Plummer. Jim's Auto and 95 Tires. Give them a call, 208-686-0425, 208-686-0425, or stop by today. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Jack Buell
Bill Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Bill Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Bill Trucking.
And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. I'm Tim Parrish, the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union, here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. 2A Central Idaho League basketball action district championship games. And we want to welcome you in Grangeville on KORT Radio. And right here in St. Mary's, of course, our listeners on KOFE 1240 here in St. Mary's. We also have a YouTube stream that is live for audio, and we are also providing the play-by-play for the NFHS network cameras that are set up here in Lumberjack Gymnasium. So multiple ways for you to be taking in the action here tonight, and I'm sure it is going to be some action. It's going to be a great game. I almost can guarantee this because these two teams always play each other hard. They're always fun games, and both teams always leave everything on the floor when they're playing each other. Every game that they play together almost seems like a championship-style game. So I don't expect anything different here tonight. These two teams know each other so well that it's always a battle. Anyways, taking a look at the Grangeville Bulldogs, 2A Central Idaho League. They are actually District 1. Or no, they are District 2. St. Mary's is District 1 as they are combined into that District 1 and 2 combination, mainly because there is no other 2A schools here in District 1 for St. Mary's to play against. The Lumberjacks, or the Grangeville Dogs, come into tonight's game with an 11-6 record. They are 2-2 in league play, and they are 1-0 in district tournament action. They are 8th in the 2A power rankings on Idaho Sports. They are coached by Cooper Wright in his first year, and they are averaging 56 points per game while only allowing 47 points per game to their opponents. Their last game was a win over the Orofino Maniacs, 47-41, and that was game 1 of the district tournament. They are on a 2-game win streak currently. The last loss for Grangeville was to the Genesee Bulldogs, 52-50. And the very last game, like I just mentioned, was the Orofino game for Grangeville. They hosted them in Grangeville, and I listened to that game, listened to Jim Church calling that one, and that was a great battle up there in Grangeville. Orofino jumped out to an early lead with some three-point shots early on. Grangeville, though, able to battle back, and once Grangeville caught back up, there were several lead changes, probably a couple of ties, I can't quite remember, and it was just a battle all the way through that game up in Orofino, or up in Grangeville, and really in the fourth quarter, Orofino missed a couple of key free throws. I think they had 2 or 3 chances at the charity stripe where they missed just about all of those free throws that they took, and that really hurt them in their bid to stay even or at least close to the Grangeville. And then Orofino had to start fouling the Bulldogs, and Grangeville was able to make a good number of those free throws to help keep the game out of reach late in it for Orofino. So it was a great game to listen to, and Grangeville fought hard, and Orofino fought hard, almost came up with what I think would have been the upset, because I'm pretty sure Grangeville was the favored team in that one. In this season's games versus St. Mary's, the Bulldogs have played hard, just like I mentioned. They actually led the game in Grangeville for quite a while. The Bulldogs are averaging 45 points a game against St. Mary's. The Lumberjacks are averaging 55 points a game in the 2 games that they have played. Grangeville has shot 33% from the field, 27% from three-point range, 56% from the free throw line. One of the big numbers there that is one I'm sure Coach Wright would like to see a bit higher is that free throw percentage. They've averaged 27 rebounds per game, 6 assists, and 3 steals per game when playing the Lumberjacks. In the last game, they were the Bulldogs were led by Miles LaFay,
and Caleb Fry, who both had 12 points apiece. Torrey Ebert added 9 points for the Bulldogs. Blake Shue had 7. Jared Lindsley had 6. And Dane Lindsley had 4 points in that game. We're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 50,000 high school student athletes in Idaho have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Idaho high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Why should you get all of your prescriptions from your local good pharmacy? Because over 100,000 patients per year experience serious complications from drug interactions. At Jack's Pharmacy in St. Mary's, your prescriptions are not only filled, but we double-check for such complications. You can trust our knowledgeable pharmacists for that extra personalized attention. You're not just a number to us. You are our neighbor. Bring all your prescriptions to Jack's, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
Everyone knows that the timber industry is a huge part of our community. Working in the timber industry requires big equipment. Big equipment requires a special mechanic or custom items to repair. Jake's Machine and Repair in St. Mary's is your very own full-service, large equipment diesel mechanic that not only has a full-size shop, but also has a service truck that can come straight to you when you break down in the woods. If you're in need of big truck or big equipment repair, stop by Jake's Machine and Repair at 106 Homer Drive in St. Mary's, or call 208-596-8819, 208-596-8819, Jake's Machine and Repair in St. Mary.
And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Tim Parrish on the air for this Lumberjack basketball game as the Lumberjacks hosting the Grangeville Bulldogs in 2A district championship action. Welcoming all the Lumberjack fans listening here in St. Mary's and the Grangeville fans listening up on KORT radio in Grangeville. Taking a look at some head-to-head numbers between St. Mary's and Grangeville. These numbers go back to when Coach Chase first took over the helm of the Lumberjack basketball team here. And the Lumberjacks, kind of like St. Mary's, has been dominated by Grangeville in football. The Lumberjacks have kind of led the way in the basketball seasons. Against Grangeville, the Lumberjacks are 23-4 on the last 6 years, this now being the 7th year. Lumberjacks are 8-1 in district play and 40-4 in league play. Their only losses for the Lumberjacks in league play has come at the hands of the Grangeville Bulldogs. Taking a look at Coach Chase and his accolades as we get ready to come to the end of this season for the Lumberjacks. I have been keeping track of his record since he has started as the head coach for the Lumberjacks, and I believe he has a 128-36 record in the last almost 7 years of being the head coach for St. Mary's. 6 straight league champions, or no, actually 5, let's make that right, 5 league championships for the Lumberjacks. Grangeville took that title in the 18-19 season, but St. Mary's has been 6 straight years district champions, and they have placed 3rd at state a total of, it looks like 3 times. They've lost the 3rd place game a couple of times, and then they placed 2nd in that 18-19 season. So just a little bit of information there on Coach Chase. and the head-to-head matchup with Grangeville as well. For tonight's game for the Lumberjacks, St. Mary's needs to start fast and not let up until the end. Grangeville does a very good job in defending the Lumberjacks, and Coach Chase will want to try to, obviously both coaches are going to want to throw some different wrinkles in tonight. Like I said, these teams play each other a lot. The coaches and the teams know each other, so they're always trying to find different things to catch the other guy off guard. The Grangeville will have to find a way to defend a deep Lumberjack team. St. Mary's has 5 or 6 players that are capable of scoring double digits. You can try to shut down a couple of them, and somebody else will step up and cover that role. So we'll just have to see what happens with that. I don't know as much about Grangeville on their scoring. They don't have their stats posted anywhere, so I don't know who their leading scorers are and stuff. I do know that you got to look out for Dane Lindsley outside. You wouldn't necessarily think he was an outside shooter, but I have seen him bury some three-pointers for the Bulldogs. Miles LaFay, Reese Weimer, Torrey Ebert, Caleb Fry, all those guys, very good players. And Jared Lindsley as well. You can't really take anything away from any of them, as they're all very, very, very good athletes. So it's just going to be a battle tonight. I already know it is. It's going to be a typical St. Mary's Grangeville game. Although St. Mary's, I think, may be favored tonight, anything can happen, and we just have to wait and see what's going to play out in this game, because I never count out the Bulldogs. Never count out St. Mary's. Heck, I never count out Orofino. I remember a couple years back in district play where Orofino had basically been beaten pretty good by just about everybody in league play. And then in the district tournament game, they came out, and I think they beat Grangeville, if I remember right, in the first round. And it was just kind of like a shock to everybody. So anything can happen on any given night. That's why we play the games, and that's what we're waiting to do here this evening. We will be back in 2 minutes with starting lineups.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades, and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture at St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community stable and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benoit, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
Are your friends and family tired of sleeping with Fido when they visit? Maybe Fido's tired of sleeping with them. Either way, the Pines Motel is there to save the day. With large, spacious rooms, comfortable beds, and even a mini fridge,
And we are back, and that was Kelsey Cloud with the national anthem for tonight's game. Now we'll get ready for the starting lineups. We'll get you the Grangeville Bulldog starters first. It'll be senior 00 Dane Lindsley starting for the Lumberjacks. Number 1, junior Miles LaFay. Number 12, senior Blake Shue. Number 25, senior Tori Ebert. And junior, number 33, Jared Lindsley. The Bulldogs are coached by Cooper Wright. He's assisted by Dylan Canaday and Aiden Anderson. Now the starting lineup coming up for your Lumberjacks. For Lumberjacks, it'll be the 6'3 junior guard, number 3, Coleman Ross. It'll be a 6'4 senior post, number 4, Randy Bechtel. It'll be number 15, 6'3 junior, no, not 15, number 13, 6'5 junior post, Tristan Gentry. And 6'3 senior guard, number 14, Brett Stansel. And number 23, 6'2 senior guard, Eli Gibson. Lumberjacks are coached by Brian Chase. He's assisted by A.J. Bechtel and Donnie, and also Matt Smith. Lumberjacks in their white uniforms, the Bulldogs in their blue, and Lumberjacks will be going left to right on the radio dial, and the Bulldogs will be going right to left. Tristan Gentry at midcourt. He will be jumping up against Jared Lindsley as the officials take their places on the court, and they are three-man officials like it's been all season this year. I think it was last year as well, but I don't quite remember. Nice crowd here tonight. The official steps into the midcourt. Lumberjacks control the opening tip. It is Coleman Ross up top for Lumberjacks. He goes to the left wing to Gibson. Gibson into the low post to Gentry. Gentry cashes in for the Lumberjacks. And I didn't have all of my starters in for St. Mary's on my stats program. The Bulldogs working back on the near side, and Tori Ebert tries to get through a couple of Lumberjack defenders, and I think they call him for a travel. It's going to be a turnover on St. Mary's, or on Grangeville. I couldn't see from where I'm positioned up in the weight room, I could not see the signal from the official down on the. Coleman Ross once again with the ball for St. Mary's, trying to look inside to Gentry. He gets it down in the low post, back to the top on the right wing to Ross. Ross takes it to the free throw line, puts the shot up. It is no good. The rebound was tried to tip back in by Stansel. It was no good, and the Bulldogs get the rebound, and in transition coming down the floor, Eli Gibson gets called for the first foul against St. Mary's. Early first period, Lumberjacks and Bulldogs here in St. Mary's. 2-0 Lumberjacks lead. Grangeville with the ball at the midcourt circle. It's Blake Shue. Swings over to Ebert here on the left wing. He's working against the Lumberjack man defense. Now it looks like it's actually a zone. Now we're going to get a shot from the elbow from LaFay. It's no good. The rebound was taken by Stansel, and St. Mary's goes the other way. Gibson to Gentry. Gentry left wing, back to the top to Gibson. Gibson over to Ross on the wing, left side of the floor. Ross surveys, makes his move to the free throw line, drives, and makes a nice move to the bucket, puts the shot up, and good. 4-0, Lumberjacks up early. Little bit of backcourt pressure from St. Mary's. They drop out of it fairly quickly as Tori Ebert brings it across for the Bulldogs. He swings over to LaFay. LaFay up top, drives to the free throw line, gets a big body bump, takes the shot. It's no good. Rebound goes to Gibson, and St. Mary's goes the other way. Stansel finds a cutting Gentry as Gentry cuts from the right side, and Gentry lays it up and in off the glass, and we get a timeout taken by Grangeville. 6:09 to go in the first period. It is St. Mary's 6, Grangeville 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Are your friends and family tired of sleeping with FIFO when they visit? Maybe Fido's tired of sleeping with them. Either way, the Pines Motel is there to save the day. With large, spacious rooms, comfortable beds, and even a mini fridge, Fido may get jealous. Save the floor for Fido and call Kevin of the Pines Motel at 245-2545. That's the Pines Motel in St. Mary's. I'm sure your friends and family would appreciate it, and so would Fido.
And we are big timeout taken by the Bulldogs as the Bulldogs down 6-0 in the first 2 minutes of play. And the Lumberjacks showing some backcourt pressure once again as Grangeville brings it in. Ebert brings it up towards the timeline, still on the back side of the floor. Now he picks up his dribble right at the timeline, gets it across to Weimer. Weimer finds Lindsley. Lindsley puts it up and good from underneath. Then going the other way, it's going to be a quick, fast break down the floor. And St. Mary's with another layup and in as it was Ross putting it up. He had an assist from somebody from the Lumberjacks I didn't see as I was getting some stats written down for Grangeville. The other way, it's going to be Grangeville driving the right side of the lane. That's Blake Shoot. Shot won't go, but he'll be fouled and head to the free throw line. And that foul goes against Coleman Ross. That sends Blake Shoe to the charity stripe. First free throw is up and good. Coming out is LaFay for the Bulldogs. I think checking in was Caleb Fry. Shoe second free throw on the way. That one is going to be no good. The rebound to Gentry for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's back on offense, going to drive into the lane. I think it was Bechtel, and the ball gets loose. They say it's going to come off the foot, I believe, of Caleb Fry. Lumberjacks will inbound from baseline. Gibson giving some signals to the Lumberjacks. Looking, he's going to go into Ross in the short corner left side. Ross backs out to the corner, now to the wing. Goes down to the wing to Stansel. Stansel, quick trigger, and it's a three-point shot up and good. 11-3, Lumberjacks up. 5 minutes to go in the first period. Dane Lindsley teased with a three-pointer from the left side. Instead, they pass it down underneath to the elbow to Weimer, and Weimer is going to get called for the travel, and it's a turnover on Grangeville. Lumberjacks' first substitution, it's going to be Gibson coming out, Grayson Sands coming in. Also in for the Lumberjacks is Colby Renner. Going out is Randy Bechtel. St. Mary's up 11-3, first period over the Bulldogs. District championship action. Coleman Ross controls for St. Mary's. Up top now, works his way towards the right side. Now to the free throw line to Renner. Going to go back to Stansel. Stansel for three from the wing left side. It's up and good. Renner with the assist. 14-3, Lumberjacks up by 11. Grangeville with the ball. Has the ball up top. Swings it to Ebert. Left side. He drives. And he's going to get called for the carry, and it's a turnover by the Bulldogs. Coming in for Grangeville is going to be Jared Lindsley and Miles LaFay. Coming in for the Lumberjacks is going to be Gibson. And also coming in for St. Mary's is Bechtel, as they were out for just a short breather. 4.5 to go in the first period. 14-3, Lumberjacks lead. Grayson Sands has the ball left side for St. Mary's. He's going to drive. Makes a move to the bucket. It's going to roll off the rim and off, and no good. But right there for the putback is Bechtel, and it is up and good on the tip back. Lumberjacks up by 13. As it is 16-3. Going to get a quick jumper from the free throw line by Torrey Ebert. It is up and good. Lumberjacks working left side. Three-pointer on the way from Stansel. That one is no good. Going to get Lumberjacks trying to get in there for the rebound. They can't get it. It's going to be Grangeville with the rebound. LaFay with the bucket. 16-7. Jacks on top. Gibson drives left side. Down to the blocks. Kicks it out to Bechtel. Bechtel from the shortener. The shot is no good. Rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Coming the other way is LaFay, working on the right side. He's going to drive inside the wing, and the shot is up and good. And now I think we're going to get a timeout taken by the Lumberjacks, as it is now 16-9. A little run there by Grangeville to cut that lead. We'll take a timeout too. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
If you have OCD, obsessive coffee disorder, then stop by Shift and Grind, located in the green building right across the street from Jack's Pharmacy. Shift and Grind is a proud Lumberjack supporter and has something for everyone. From regular coffees to lattes, mochas, and more, Shift and Grind will keep your day going. Try a Red Bull infused or Lotus energy drink if you're not a coffee fan. On Lumberjack home game days, wear your Lumberjack colors and get a discount on your favorite drink. Shift and Grind now has indoor seating. Shift and Grind 5 to Monday through Friday, 6 to 4 on the weekends. Shift and Grind 132 North 1st Street, right here in St. Mary's.
And we are back, and a couple of other substitutions in that timeout as Tristan Gentry goes back in for St. Mary's. Going to get Renner out. Lumberjacks working with the ball. It's almost going to be taken away, but the Bulldogs knocked the ball out of bounds. That was Caleb Fry. St. Mary's will inbound from in front of the Grangeville bench. Into the corner to Gentry. Right side, he drives. No look pass to Bechtel. Bechtel's shot won't go, but he is fouled. That is the first foul against Grangeville. That foul goes against Jared Lindsley, his first. Bechtel to the free throw line, 5% from the charity stripe. And he makes the first one. Dane Lindsley checks back in for Grangeville. Coming out is Reese Weimer. Second free throw on the way. It too is good by Bechtel. 18-9. Lumberjacks doubled up. Lumberjacks look like they're into a man press. Grangeville trying to get it through the timeline. Ball is loose. It's still loose on the floor. Body's hitting the deck. St. Mary's comes away with it. They're going to get it underneath to Bechtel. Bechtel's shot won't go. There was a rebound toss who I didn't see who was in for St. Mary's. And then we get a steal by Lumberjacks the other way. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Grangeville. Lumberjacks have made a substitution, I think, as Stansel is back into the game for the Lumberjacks. Great. Ross to Gibson. Gibson is going to have the ball almost stripped away, drives the lane. I'm not sure if that's going to be on the floor or on the shot, but Gibson gets fouled. And it was on the floor. That foul goes against Torrey Ebert. That is his first. Randy Bechtel's going to come out. Colby Renner back in for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks inbound to Gentry. Gentry spins. Shot is up and good. Nice second effort there by Gentry as he got the defender up off the floor and made the move the opposite direction to put it up and good. LaFay drives from the right side into the short corner. Now backs it back out to Fry. Fry back to the top to Ebert. Now to the elbow to Lindsley. Lindsley backs his way in. Ball to the corner to Jared Lindsley. The shot is no good on three-point range. And Coleman Ross with the rebound. Gibson feeds it inside to Renner. And Renner count the bucket and the foul. With the assist from Gibson, the foul will send Colby Renner to the charity stripe. 1:52 to go in the first period. Lumberjacks lead 22-9. Checking in is Weimer and Blake Shue for Grangeville. 71% free throw shooter is Colby Renner, getting set for the old-fashioned three-point play. And he makes the bucket. And Lumberjacks take the lead 23-9. Minute 48 to go in the first. Ebert controls, brings it across all the way to the free throw line. Now backs it back out to Shue. Shue going to drive just inside the free throw line. Shot is no good. going to get a rebound to Colby Renner, and Renner is fouled. And that is quickly 4 fouls against the Bulldogs. That one goes against Reese Weimer. 1:38 to go in the first period. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Tori Ebert now, the only Bulldog in the backcourt, as Gibson brings it across. Gibson works on the right side, now to the free throw line. He's going to pull up jumper. It's short, and the ball is going to be tipped around. Finally, the Bulldogs pull down the rebound. Ebert brings it down all the way into the paint, and Tori Ebert puts it up and good for the Bulldogs. 4 points for Ebert. 23-11, Lumberjacks lead. Swings it over to Ross. Ross looks into Renner, and Renner's shot won't go. It was a good look and a good shot from Renner, but it took a couple of bounces on the rim and popped out. Grangeville with the rebound. Up to the top, three-pointer on the way by Blake Shue, and it is up and good for Grangeville. And Lumberjacks are going to throw the ball away. Ross with the turnover. Gibson and Renner come out for the Lumberjacks. Grayson Sands and Randy Bechtel check back in. 45 seconds left on the clock in the first period. 23-14, Jacks lead by 9. Swinging it over to Weimer. Weimer drives to the free throw line, picks up his dribble, goes to Ebert. Ebert with the 3, off the mark, rebound to Bechtel. St. Mary's brings it. Ross slows it down. Lumberjacks going to play for 1. Off to Stansel. Now to Sands. Sands back to Ross. Kind of a little weave up top around the perimeter. Ross now stalls up top. Now he's going to take it to the top of the key. Drives. Takes a step in. Shot is no good. But the rebound is taken by Gentry. And Gentry cashes it in. 25-14. Lumberjacks lead by 11. We're going to get a steal by Sands right at the buzzer. He launches a 3 from half court, and that thing almost falls through. It is no good, though, and the score at the end of the first period, 25 St. Mary's, 14 Grangeville. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Idaho high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back. First period has come to an end. St. Mary's leads 25-14 over Grangeville in the district championship game. Grangeville shot 50% from the floor in the first period. St. Mary's 7%. St. Mary's, though, 10 of 21, 6 of 12. St. Mary's out-rebounded Grangeville in that first period 10-6. And Lumberjacks getting some quality time from their bench players. 17 points off the bench in the first period. Grangeville will start with possession in the second period. Looks like it's the same Lumberjacks except for Gentry. It looks like we do have a couple of changes in our lineup. Trying to see who's not on for the Lumberjacks. Coleman Ross is off. As Grangeville works on the right side to drive from LaFay, it is no good. The rebound goes to Gentry. Gibson. Lumberjacks with a shot of their own on their side of the floor. No good. Rebound to Grangeville, but going to get a charge call as LaFay drives down the floor. Gibson sets up in front of him and gets the charge call in Gibson's favor. So LaFay gets called for his first foul. That is the fourth foul against, no, that says the fifth foul against Grangeville. I'm missing a foul for somebody on my sheet here. So 25-14, Lumberjacks with the ball. It is Gibson bringing it down. Lumberjacks lead. Stansel now back to the top to Gibson. Around to Sands. Sands back to the top to Gibson. Lumberjacks working it around the perimeter. Zone defense from Grangeville. Three-pointer on the way. It is no good by Stansel. The rebound taken by Grangeville, and we're going to get Grayson Sands with his first foul as he gets a little bit too aggressive on that rebound attempt. Sands will go off. Coleman Ross on for the Lumberjacks. 7:08 to go before halftime, and the Lumberjacks lead 25-14. Bringing it across for the Bulldogs is Blake Shue. Has the ball up top. Now to the wing on the left side to Fry. Fry picks up his dribble, guarded by Ross. Now goes to LaFay. LaFay up top, guarded by Stansel. Out back to the very top of the key to Shue. Shue worked his way towards the right elbow and worked his way down to the corner. Now he dropped. Shot is up and no good. Randy Bechtel on the rebound for St. Mary's. Gibson going to drive left side. Oh, and he gets right in the way, and Gibson is going to get called for the foul. Offensive. That'll bring Gibson out of the game, I believe, with 2 fouls. Back in for St. Mary's is Gentry. Colby Renner also comes out as Randy Bechtel is back in. He was in. Stansel, trying to see who we've got. I think it's Grayson Sands on the floor. We get a steal by Bechtel. And Lumberjacks have the ball. As the Bulldogs were working on the left side of the floor near the wing, and Bechtel was able to swipe the ball out. Lumberjacks have the ball up top. Stansel. Ebert almost gets his dogs, and Lumberjacks keep control. They get it out to Sands. Sands for 3. No good, but Gentry with the rebound. And then a foul against Grangeville as they give a little bit of a push there out on the corner left side. That foul will go against LaFay. That is his second, team 6. Going out is LaFay, and Dane Lindsley checks back in. 25-14, Lumberjacks lead. I don't think there's been any score in the second period so far. We're 2 minutes in. Ross has the ball, works his way to the right side for St. Mary's, looks inside to Gentry, now back up to Ross. Ross is going to have it stolen out of his hand. Grangeville back the other way. Up top with Lindsley. Lindsley swings it over to Weimer. Or no, that's Blake Shue. Now back to Ebert. Ebert left side, drives to the free throw line, is going to try to put up the shot. It is up and good by Ebert. Ebert with 6 points on the night. 25-16, Lumberjacks lead. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Ross to the right wing, now to the corner to Stansel. Back to Ross up top. Lumberjacks working most of their offense on the right side. They get everybody to suck in. They get a three-point shot from Ross. It is no good. The rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Lumberjacks trying to put a little bit of pressure in the backcourt, and they force a timeout by Grangeville. Cooper Wright takes a 30-second timeout. Under 5 to go in the first half. 25-16. Jacks lead by 9. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Cold weather is coming, and 10th Street Lumber has what you need. From super premium pellets to energy logs and fireplaces, 10th Street Lumber will help you stay warm all winter long. North Idaho energy logs and stove pellets are the best of the best. 100% natural with no chemicals and burn cleaner, hotter, and longer. If you need a new stove, 10th Street Lumber is a proud Kuma stove supplier. Kuma wood stoves are made right here in Idaho and are some of the best on the market. 10th Street Lumber in St. Mary's. Stop by today. Located on 10th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's.
And we are back. Grangeville brings it down. Blake Shue controls for the Bulldogs. 25-16 Jacks lead. Now inside to Lindsley. Lindsley tries to find some room to work. Can't, so kicks the ball back to top to Shue. Shue tries to force the pass across, and Stansel is able to step in front of it. They feed it down to Ross, and Ross puts it up and good for the Lumberjacks. Tried to skip past that across into the corner on the right side, and Stansel was right there to take it away. Ebert almost loses it to Sands on the wing. They get it down inside to Lindsley. Lindsley was working against Renner. The shot was no good. The rebound to Stansel. Lumberjacks again quickly down the floor, And they're trying to get a quick bucket from Renner underneath, but Lindsley is there to swipe it out of his hand, so he couldn't get the easy put-up. Coming out is Brett Stansel for Mary's Justin Ledbetter. See his first action of the night. For the Bulldogs, checking in is Caleb Fry. Ledbetter been coming on strong as of late. He had 5 or 6 steals in the last game they played. Going to get a missed shot by Renner, an offensive rebound. Then they swing the ball out to the corner to the wing to Gentry. His 3 is no good. A rebound to the Bulldogs and a foul against St. Mary's underneath. It is the 5th foul on the Lumberjacks. The first foul on Colby Renner. 27-16, Lumberjacks lead. A really low second period. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. Bulldogs have the ball to Jared Lindsley. Lindsley rotates to the right side, gets it over to Ebert. Now they look underneath to Lindsley in the low post. Dane Lindsley. He gets a team. They swing it out to Caleb Fry from the elbow, and he's able to put it up and good. That's Caleb Fry's first bucket. Lumberjacks have it. 27-8. Jacks on top by 9. Lumberjacks have led by 13 at one point. Over to Gentry. Now back to Ross. Ross over to Sands. Sands working right corner. Back to the top to Ross. Ross looks inside to Renner, and they flip it right back out to Sands. His 3 won't go, and the rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Lumberjacks taking quite a few threes here. Ebert drives, and his shot is going to go up and over the backboard. It is out of bounds. Lumberjacks making some subs. Renner goes out. Bechtel goes in. Gibson comes out. Oh, Gibson was already out. Sands comes out. Ledbetter goes out. Sean Elliott for the Lumberjacks is in. And I'm trying to find, we're missing one more guy out here. We're going to get Elliott, has the ball right wing. Back to the top to Stansel. Back to Stansel up top. He works right side. Now he looks inside to Gentry, and we're going to get a kickball on Grangeville. Still trying to figure out, oh, there we go. My Lumberjack didn't have. Inbound pass comes in, and we get a foul against Grangeville as Bechtel is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. That foul goes against Caleb Fry, his first. 7th team foul. I didn't see if that was a foul on the floor or a foul on a shot. Must have been on the shot because, no, shot. He actually must have made the shot. It was an and one for Bechtel. Going to give Gentry an assist on that as well. So 30-18, Lumberjacks lead. Ebert pulls up for the 3. It is no good. Coleman Ross with the rebound. Ross speeds down the floor, pulls up at the free throw line. Shot won't go. The rebound is tipped around. I think it was Bechtel the rebound. Bechtel had to put back. They're going to get a 3-point shot by St. Mary's. It is no good. And a rebound now to Stansel. Stansel rotates out, and then a turnover on St. Mary's. So much action going on, it's been hard to keep track of everything. We've got substitution for St. Mary's. Ross goes out. Onto the floor is Grayson Sands. 30-18, Lumberjacks lead. Minute 59 to go before halftime. Up top is Lindsley. Swings over to Fry. Fry working left side. Backs it out to Ebert. Ebert is going to try to drive against Sands. He has nowhere to go. Kicks the ball over to Weimer. Weimer has his pass deflected, and it's going to be a steal by Stansel. And the Lumberjacks will take it the other way. Gentry hands it off to Sands in the backcourt. Sands brings it across. Sands works his way to the right side. Now backs it to the top to Elliott. Elliott to Stansel. Stansel left wing, left corner. Now he's going to pick up his dribble. Gets it to Bechtel in the corner. Now cross court to Sands. Sands a little stutter. Drives underneath. And not 100% sure what Sands was trying to do there, but he turns the ball over. Grangeville back the other way. Going to get a three from, no, Lindsley picked up his dribble and gets called for the travel. That's Jared Lindsley. Sean Elliott comes out. Eli Gibson back in. 1:04 to go in the half. Couple of Grangeville changes as well. I didn't see who it was that came in. I think it was LaFay was one of them. 30-18 Lumberjacks lead. Sands to Gibson. Gibson back to the top to Sands. Sands swings over to Stansel. Stansel back to Sands and around to Gibson as they work it around the perimeter. Zone defense from Grangeville. Sands now holds on and just kind of watches as the clock ticks. The defense not putting a lot of pressure on him. Over to Gibson. Now back to Sands near the midcourt circle. Now to Gibson, left side. Gentry. Gentry brings it out. And now back in the hands of Gibson. St. Mary's just playing for that final shot of the half. Sands with the ball, left wing. He's got a couple of defenders on him. Gets it inside to Gentry. And Gentry kisses it in off the glass with the assist from Grayson Sands. 15 seconds. Blake Shue bringing it across quickly for Grangeville. They've got plenty of time to get a shot off. 10 seconds on the clock. Shue in a man defense. Lumberjacks in a man defense. Shot up. It is no good. Stansel with the rebound. And then the pass down the floor. It's going to be basically a turnover on St. Mary's as Stansel tried to get it down the sideline to Gibson. Gibson is going to come out for the last seconds of this first period, or first half. I think it was Coleman Ross back on. And a shot at the buzzer from Grangeville side is no good as they rifled it up there. And that's how the first half will come to an end. St. Mary's 32, Grangeville 18. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Cold weather is on the way. Is your chimney cleaned and ready to be used safely? St. Mary's Fire Protection District has a chimney brush loaner program. Anyone can sell the supplies they need to clean their chimney free of charge. Do you know the signs of a chimney fire? Chimney fires typically present with loud popping and cracking sounds, an intense hot smell, dense smoke ranging from tan to black in color, and in later phases, showers of sparks and embers or large flames. Chimney fires are very dangerous and can have catastrophic results. If you suspect you may have a chimney fire, call 911 immediately. If it is safe to do so, fully dampen the fire and limit all sources of air. Quick recognition and action can make a major difference in the outcome of an emergency.
Winter is here, and it's time to get your animals ready for the winter weather. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's has what you need to keep all your critters comfortable in the cold temperatures. From trough heaters, straw, to insulated horse blankets, your animals large and small need extra attention just like you. So don't forget, while you're stacking your winter firewood, your furry family members need winterizing also. Also, don't forget the wild critters. Triple X Feed has wild bird food, deer feed, and game blocks. See Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's today, because winter ain't gonna wait.
Looking for some new winter clothes? Look no further than Timber Country and the Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. 75% off all clearance clothing, as well as 40% off winter fashion, 50% off winter jackets, and 25% off snow pants, gloves, and hats. Also, new spring fashion is arriving daily. It's all at Timber Country and the Country Fair. Timber Country and the Country Fair on the Main Street in St. Mary's.
And welcome back. It is halftime. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. District Championship action here from St. Mary's. And it is the Lumberjacks and the Bulldogs from Grangeville. Once again, wanting to welcome in the listeners up in Grangeville on KORT Radio, as well as the listeners here in St. Mary's. Just a quick little bit of information just from my standpoint. Every so often, I might sound like I get a little bit out of place or a little bit disheveled, and that is because tonight I am working pretty much alone here on the broadcast, doing stats and everything. So if I get a little bit out of sorts every so often, that is the biggest reason. Sometimes these teams get to moving so fast, it's hard to keep up. In any case, it is halftime. Taking a look at the first half numbers, Lumberjacks had a great first period as they outscored Grangeville 25-14. Lumberjacks have averaged outscoring opponents by about 7 or 8 points in the first period, as they usually score 19 to 9 or 10, something like that in the first period. The second period was a little bit slower for both teams. St. Mary's did outscore Grangeville, but only by 3. It was 7-4 in that second period of play. Both teams shooting fairly well, 38% for Grangeville as they are 8 of 21 from the field. 25% though from downtown as they are 1 of 4. And free throws 1 for 2 for Grangeville for 50%. I had Grangeville just 11 rebounds. My stats are unofficial. 3 assists for the Bulldogs, 2 steals, and 9 turnovers for Grangeville with 6 personal fouls. Actually, they ended up with 7. I missed one somewhere. 2 points off the bench for Grangeville. Those 2 points coming from Caleb Fry. 2 points off of turnovers and no second chance points for the Bulldogs. For St. Mary's, they are 13 of 32 from the floor for 40%, 2 of 10 from three-point range for 20%, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line for 100%. Rebounds 20 for the Lumberjacks, 8 offensive and 12, 9 assists for St. Mary's, 5 steals, 4 turnovers for the Lumberjacks, 5 personal fouls. Lumberjacks had 19 points off the bench, 4 second chance points, and 9 points off turnovers. Individually for Grangeville, in scoring in the first half, Torrey Ebert had 6 points, 4 points apiece for Blake Shue and Miles LaFay. Dane Lindsley has 2, and Caleb Fry has 2 for the Bulldogs. Individually for the Lumberjacks, Tristan Gentry has 10, Andy Bechtel with 7, Brett Stansel with 6, Coleman Ross with 6, Colby Renner with 3. In the rebound category, the leading rebounder was Brett Stansel with 5, Randy Bechtel with 4, Gentry with 3, Coleman Ross has 3, 2 for Gibson, 1 for Renner. Assists pretty spread out evenly. Eli Gibson, though, has 3, 1 for Sands, 1 for Renner, 1 for Ross, 1 for Stansel, 1 for Gentry. Steals, Bechtel with 1, 2 for Stansel, 1 for Gibson, 1 for Grayson Sands. And that is a look at the halftime stats. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazang, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. Brent's Electric is a family-owned and operated business right here in St. Mary's. With 36 years of electrical experience, Brent's Electric has been serving all of North Idaho since 1996. From new construction to renovation, Brent's Electric can help. Give them a call today at 208-245-5725. That's 208-245-5725. Prince Electric in St. Mary's.
Have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
And we are back. It is halftime here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Just over a minute and a half until the second half gets underway. And Lumberjacks need to kind of keep doing what they have been doing. They really kind of faltered a little bit in the second period. That would have been a good time for Grangeville to make up some room on the scoreboard. But neither team getting many shots into the bucket in that second period of play. As like I said, it was only 7-4 was what St. Mary's outscored Grangeville by in that second period. St. Mary's, though, holds on to a pretty decent lead, 32-18. But things can change in a moment. It doesn't take long for one team to get kind of cold and another team to start gaining some momentum. So nothing is final until that final buzzer. So we'll see what happens here. Lumberjacks and Bulldogs, they will be switching sides of the floor, of course. Lumberjacks will be now going right to left, Bulldogs left to right, as both teams warming up. And the Lumberjacks have now headed over to the bench to Coach Chase, and the Bulldogs are now taking their final shots and headed over to talk to their head coach, Cooper Wright, to get things going here for the second half. And I try to get the starters lined up here for the second half for the Lumberjacks. It's probably going to be the original starters, but you just never know. Coach Chase sometimes throws a little wrinkle in there. For the Bulldogs, it looks like it is the same five from the beginning of the game. Dane Lindsley, LaFay, actually Caleb Fry is out there, Blake Shue, and Weimer to start the second half. For the Lumberjacks, we have Coleman Ross, we have Randy Bechtel, Eli Gibson, Brett Stansel, Tristan Gentry to start the third period. And it'll be Lumberjacks ball on the alternating possessions. Bringing it across is Ross for St. Mary's. Over to Gibson. Gibson right wing. Gibson gets a screen up the top of the key. Swings it to the left side to Stansel. Stansel for three. And it is nothing but net from Brett Stansel. Gibson with the assist. 35-18 Lumberjacks lead. Early third period. Over to the corner for the left side. Now they try to feed it underneath. Tried to feed it into Weimer on the low post. A little bit too hard on the pass was Ebert, and it goes through Weimer's hands and out of bounds. It's a turnover on Grange. St. Mary's will bring it up. It is Ross taking a look over to Coach Chase to get the play. He swings the ball to Bechtel. Bechtel into Gibson. Gibson shot from too far underneath, but Ross had the rebound. Ross had a back. It was no good. Stansel with a rebound. His putback is no good. And the rebound to the Bulldogs. Ebert quickly down the floor with a shot. It is no good. And the rebound goes to Bechtel. Both teams running the floor. We're going to get a no-look pass under to Gentry. Gentry's going to go up for the shot. And I think Gentry might have been hoping for a foul. And none coming. It's going to be a jump ball call as it was tied up in the air. And the possession will go over to Grangeville. Both players were up in the air, elevated, and they contact with the ball was long enough to call it a held ball. Quick pass all the way down the floor to Shue. He spins his way on the left side. He's going to put the shot up and good from the low post. That's Blake Shue's first two-point bucket. He has 5 on the night. Actually 6. 1 free throw, 1 three-pointer, and 1 two-pointer. 35-20. Lumberjacks up by 15. Bechtel to Ross. Over to Gibson. Gibson left wing. Gibson tries to feed it into Gentry. It's almost stolen, but Gentry able to get it back. Now to the top to Ross. Ross with a wide open look for 3.
It is no good. And it was Bechtel came down with the rebound, but they're going to say that Bechtel went over the back basically, or just was too much contact and got that foul by too much contact in the back. There is actually no over the back call. So as long as you get that ball cleanly, it's yours, but Bechtel did not. Pass down to the short corner. Shot is up and no good for Grangeville. Rebound goes to Gentry. Going to have Gentry bringing it down. Swings it to the corner to Bechtel. Back to Gentry. Right side over to the left side now to Gibson. Gibson back up the top to Bechtel. Bechtel looks to penetrate. Gets stood up. Gets the ball back out to Gentry. Gentry spins his way to the post. And the shot is going to be up and good by Gentry. 37-20. Lumberjacks up by 17. Going to get Ebert all the way down. Pulls up at the free throw line. Shot is no good. Rebound to Ross. And then we get a foul on the other side against Grangeville. And that foul is going to be the second one on Torrey Ebert. First team foul for Grangeville. Coleman Ross comes out. Grayson Sands in for the Lumberjacks. 5:38 to go in the third period. Lumberjacks up 37-20. Sands has the ball up top. Tries to feed it over to Stansel and throws it right to the Bugs. Nice steal by Grangeville. Blake Shue had the steal. He's going to drive the left side of the floor down the blocks. He goes up for the shot. No good, but he is fouled. Coleman Ross comes back in. Grayson Sands off the floor. Short stint in for Grayson. I guess they're calling that shot on the floor. The ball is going to be loose on Grangeville as they get the pass up at the top to LaFay, and it comes off of LaFay and goes out of bounds. He just mishandled that pass. Gentry comes out for the Lumberjacks. Colby Renner in. Unforced turnover on Grangeville on that one. 5:6 to go in the third. Lumberjacks up 37-20. Trip straight to state for the Lumberjacks on the line here. It's going to be Gibson over to Stansel. Stansel, a deep three. It is short. Rebound to Grangeville. It is just barely short. Going to get a pass by Blake Shue. There was only Lumberjacks there. It was a turnover as Gibson had the steal, but then Gibson turned it over himself. There was a shot. It was no good. Then a rebound and a whistle and a foul. And that foul will go against the Lumberjacks. Coleman Ross picks up foul number 2. Ross and Stansel come out. Gentry and Gibson. Well, Gibson is already in there, so Sands goes back in. Bulldogs have the ball up top. Going to get a shot on the way. No good. Rebound by Gentry. It was a three-point shot. And coming down the other way, Gentry bringing it down the floor is going to be fouled. And that foul is against Blake Shue. That is his first. Going out for Grangeville is Weimer. Checking in is 00 Dane Lindsley. The Bulldogs have a somewhat young roster. 1, 2, 3, I think 4 seniors on it. Lumberjacks with the ball inside to Renner, and we're going to get a foul call from underneath. I believe that's going to go against Jared Lindsley, as he was a little too much contact from behind there on Renner. 37-20. Lumberjacks inbound from baseline. That's the third team foul on Grangeville. Both teams with 3 fouls in the second half. Little give and go action there. It's Gentry to Gibson, and Gibson puts it up and good. And we're going to get a timeout taken by the Bulldogs. That is the third timeout by Grangeville. 4:21 to go in the third period. 39-20. Lumberjacks lead. It is a full timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is asking for your help. The Booster Club continues to provide needed sports equipment for the St. Mary's High School sports program. But what they have planned next is big. The Booster Club is in the process of building a new sports complex on land next to the high school parking lot. This new sports complex will include a baseball field, softball field, and soccer field. The fields will be built according to professionally engineered plans and will be ADA compliant, so all Lumberjack fans can enjoy the games. The Booster Club thanks the community for their support throughout the years. With your support, Phase 1 will begin this summer. If you are interested in donating to the new sports complex project, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-568-0288 for details. Let's all come together and get this new complex built for the student body and the community.
And we are back after the timeout. 39-20, Lumberjacks lead by 19. That's their largest lead of the game. Grangeville will inbound and bring it across. Blake Shue has the ball. Works his way to the top of the key. Swings out to Dane Lindsley. Now back to the top to LaFay. And we're going to get a tie-up. Held ball called as Stansel almost gets the steal. The alternating possession will go to the Lumberjacks. 4:08 go in the third. Gibson brings it across for St. Mary's. He's working up top. Still a bit of a screen from Gentry. Still working. Looks like a zone defense. Nope, a man defense by the Bulldogs now. Back to the top to Gibson. Now over to Sands. Sands left wing. Now to the top to Gentry. Gentry looks into Renner. Renner is going to go up strong. Count the bucket. Oh. No, they do count the bucket. I thought they were going to call a charge, but it was not. Renner gets the bucket, and the foul, I believe, goes against Dane Lindsley, his second. And Torrey Ebert checks in as LaFay goes out for the Bulldogs. Renner goes to the free throw line for the old-fashioned play. And the free throw is in and out. Rebound taken by Dane Lindsley. He gets it out to Shue. Shue brings it across. Looks to the corner to Jared Lindsley. Jared Lindsley is a three up and good. Lumberjacks quickly the other way again, and they find Gentry driving from the left side of the floor. And Gentry puts it up and in off the glass on a quick bucket for the Lumberjacks. Blake Shue now has it for Grangeville. Over to Caleb Fry. Fry left side, gets it up to Ebert. Ebert over to Shue. Shue working on the right side. Goes to the free throw line. Kicks the ball out to Ebert in the short corner. Now back out to Jared Lindsley. And there's going to be a travel called on the Bulldogs. Subs coming for the Lumberjacks. Gentry and Gibson go out. Ross and Bechtel. Well, I already had Bechtel in. So Stansel on the floor for the Lumberjacks. 43-23, 20-point lead for St. Mary's. Ross has the ball, goes to the corner to Stansel, left or right side. Stansel guarded by Shue, tries to spin his way in, gets some room. A whistle comes, and it's a timeout by St. Mary's, I believe. I thought it might have been a turnover, but it was not. 2:46 to go in the third. And it's a quick timeout by St. Mary's. We'll keep it right here. We'll take a quick look at the third quarter scoring. Lumberjacks have outscored Grangeville 11-5 so far in the third. And both teams shooting still pretty well. St. Mary's 42%, Grangeville 37%. Highly contested game so far, as Lumberjacks, though, do have at the moment, comfortable lead. But like I said, it can change at a moment's notice. Lumberjacks are up by 20. They led by 21. St. Mary's will inbound from underneath baseline. Going to get the inbound pass into Ross. Back out to the corner to Sands. Sands drives up to the free throw line. Oh, shot won't go. The tip back won't go. And I think he's going to be fouled on that tip back, and that'll send Grayson Sands to the free throw line. And that foul goes against Jared Lindsley. That is his third, team's fifth. Sands makes the first free throw. Sands 62% from the free throw line on the season. Going to get Renner out, Ledbetter in for the Lumberjacks. Stansel comes out, and Eli Gibson back in. Sands' second free throw, nothing but net. Lumberjacks stretch it back to 22, 45-23. 2.5 to go in the third period. Blake Shue has it for Grangeville on the left wing. He's working against Eli Gibson. Man defense for St. Mary's. Now to Jared Lindsley. Back to Shue. Shue works, drives the lane, gets stood up by a whole bunch of Lumberjack defenders. They find an outlet, get it to Ebert. Ebert's shot is no. Rebound goes to Coleman Ross. As Ebert that shot from the right side. Ross has the ball up top between the circles for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks start a weave up top. Gibson spins, drives in, looks to Ledbetter. Ledbetter not exactly expecting that pass, I don't think. I'm going to give the turnover on Ledbetter as Gibson dropped it down to him, and it's going to come right off of him out of bounds. And we get a little bit of a late whistle. I think it's going to go against Gibson. That was the third foul. Ledbetter's going to come out after that. And I think Gibson's going to come out as well. Stansel will go in. 1:49 to go in the third period. Lumberjacks lead 45-23. Into the top to Ebert. Ebert is going to pull up for the shot from the blocks. It is no good. Rebound to Gentry. Gentry to Ross. Ross to Sands. Sands up top. Swings over to Stansel. Stansel for three. And it is good. The assist from Stansel, or from Sands. I think 4 3-pointers now by the Lumberjacks, or by Stansel alone. Going to get a quick two on the other way by Fry. It's no good. Rebound was to Sands, I think. Lumberjacks back the other way. Going to get a long three from Stansel. It's a deep three from straight away. It's no good. The rebound goes to Grangeville, and I believe Gentry draws a foul. Weimer comes in for Grangeville. Going out is Caleb Fry. That's the fifth foul against St. Mary's. That's Gentry's first. Gentry stays in for the Lumberjacks. Of course, it's only his foul, so no reason to take him out. Bringing it down is Blake Shue for Grangeville. Straight up to the top. He's going to work against Sands up to the free throw line. Looks into Dane Linz in the post. Back out the top to LaFay. LaFay, I think that shot might have got tipped, but I'm not sure if it was a tip or a pass. And in all that confusion, though, we're going to get a foul against Grayson Sands, I believe. And that is his third. 16 foul for St. Mary's. Grangeville inbounds baseline. Up to the top to Jared Lindsley. Lindsley down to the corner. Now they get it to Shue. Shue, cross-court pass to Dane Lindsley. Now to LaFay on the right wing. LaFay hands it off to Blake Shue up top. He surveys, tries to feed it into Weimer. Weimer's shot no good, but he'll be fouled, and that's either going to be against Stansel or Gentry. I think it's Stansel. That is Stansel's first foul, and that will send Weimer to the free throw line. And the Bulldogs have not been to the free throw line a whole lot tonight. First free throw is no good. (48-23) Lumberjacks lead. 37 seconds on the clock. Second free throw is going to fall home. Looks like it's going to be Randy Bechtel. No, Randy Bechtel stays in. Grayson Sands comes out. Eli Gibson in. 38 seconds on the clock. Third period, 48-24. St. Mary's up by 24 points. Ross has the ball. Swings over to Gibson. Working between the circles. Now over to Gentry, left side. Gentry up to Bechtel. Bechtel between the circles. Now over to Stansel. Stansel backs it up. Now gives it over to Ross. On the right side of the floor. Back over to Gibson. Left side. Now over to Gentry. Lumberjacks running their kind of, I guess you'd call it a little bit of a stall play there to take that last shot. 9 seconds on the clock. Ross has it. He's going to work the corner. 3-point shot away by Stansel. It's good. Stansel for 3 at the buzzer. Ross with the assist. And it's 51-24 going into the fourth period. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual risk makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Idaho. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back as Grangeville starts with the possession in the final period of play here. Driving left side is Shue. Backs it back out to LaFay as he got stood up at the blocks. Back to Ebert. Ebert, right wing, up top. Now over to LaFay. LaFay still on the right wing. Going to pull up jumper from the free throw line. No good. Rebound went to Bechtel. And Lumberjacks have the ball. Going to get the shot for them from Stansel. The assist from Renner. It's up and good. 53-24. Stansel, I mentioned earlier, all the three-pointers. He is 5 of 9 from downtown. All 15 points of his are from outside until that last shot, I think it was. Bulldogs are going to have the ball go out of bounds off of St. Mary's, so it'll stay with Grangeville. And quickly checking in for the Lumberjacks is going to be Gentry as Bechtel goes out. 53-24, St. Mary's up. Bulldogs inbound from the corner, left side. Third period, it was 19-6 in favor of St. Mary's. Bulldogs with the ball up top. Blake Shue, left wing, goes over to the corner to Ebert, left side. Ebert's going to drive, and he's going to run into Coleman Ross, and I think they're going to call the block Ross. That is his third foul. Should be 1-1. That'll send Ebert to the charity stripe. 6:55 to go. 53-24. Lumberjacks lead. Have led by as much as 25. And the first free throw is up and good by Ebert. So it's 53-25 is now the score. Ebert lines up his second shot. On the way, that one in and out. That one toilet bowled it, teased him, and popped right out. Lumberjacks with the rebound. Lumberjacks bring it down. Coleman Ross controls for the Lumberjacks. Has the ball up top, guarded by LaFay. He's going to go to the free throw line, kicks it out to Gibson. Gibson tries to get it into Gentry. It's going to be deflected out of bounds by Weimer. Lumberjacks will inbound from the sideline, down in the near corner right below me. Into Ross. Ross has the ball, working against LaFay, drives to the free throw line, backs the ball back out, gets it to Gibson, back to Ross. Ross between the circles. He's working against LaFay, a little bit more of a man defense from Grangeville, trying to feed it over the top. Renner, and it's going to be a turnover on Gibson. I'm going to give a steal to the Bulldogs. Going to have the ball in the hands of Fry, and now to Ebert. Ebert's three is short. Colby Renner with the rebound. Gentry going to push it down the floor. Right side to the free throw line, picks up his dribble. Goes out to Renner, who sends it out to Ross, and the Lumberjacks will set up their offense. Now to Gentry. Gentry right wing. Back to Renner. Renner waits. He's going to go over to Gibson. Gibson back over to Stansel. Stansel left side of the floor, backs it up. Now back to Ross. Ross on the right side. Now over to Gentry. Now over to Renner. I've seen a post recently about shot clocks in Idaho, and even though this is St. Mary's with the ball, I still would almost prefer a shot clock in instances like this. Ross is going to drive the lane. Looks underneath to Renner. His shot won't fall in, but Renner is fouled. There's almost always a debate every year about the shot clock thing, and there's times when I would like to see a shot clock, times when I wouldn't. Renner's his first free throw is going to be no good. Coleman Ross comes out for the Lumberjacks. Sean Elliott checks in. Renner's next free throw as he lines it up. On the way, and that one is good. 54-25, Lumberjacks almost out to a 30-point lead. Blake Shue with the ball up top. Gets it over to LaFay. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound to Stansel. Lumberjacks bring it floor. Gibson has the ball, goes over to Renner. Renner guarded by Fry. Gives the ball back up to Gentry up top. Gentry drives, spins his way into the paint. Shot won't fall, and the ball is fought for. It's going to be taken by the Bulldogs. Driving for the Bulldogs is Blake Shue, who puts it up and good. And coming the other way, feed to Renner underneath, and Renner puts it up and good. And we get a timeout taken by the Lumberjacks. It is a full 56-27, St. Mary's up by 29. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When was the last time you had great Mexican food? I mean, really great. Has it been a while? Well, grab the kids and head to Casa de Oro for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro has fantastic burritos, chimmies, not to mention fajita and shrimp dishes. Little Johnny doesn't like Mexican food? Well, don't worry. Casa de Oro also has an American menu as well. Dinner and lunch a la fresca. Great service and margaritas with a kick. Casa de Oro, it's what's happening for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro on Golf Course Drive in St. Mary's.
And we are back as we are in the fourth period of play. District championship action here. Lumberjacks lead the Bulldogs 56-27. Lumberjacks have played, or the Bulldogs have played hard. They've fought hard, and they've just not had things going the way they want to tonight. Torrey Ebert brings it down for Grangeville. 4:40 to go. Lumberjacks with the lead. Ledbetter is into the game for St. Mary's. And it's going to be Ebert driving from the right. Works baseline, goes to LaFay. LaFay for three. That shot is no good. An offensive rebound, though, for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have not had too many offensive boards tonight, I don't believe. Going to have Jared Lindsley with the ball. He gets it off to Dane Lindsley. Dane Lindsley looks it inside to Weimer. And there's going to be a shot up, but a foul call. The shot was no good. I think it might be against Sean Elliott for the Lumberjacks. It is. That is his first. And that will send Weimer to the free throw line. He is 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. Blake Shue going to check in for the Bulldogs. Coming out is LaFay. Free throw is no good. Down to Gibson. Gibson's the ball up top for St. Mary's. Working it around between the circles. Now to Stansel. Stansel to Elliott. Elliott working on the left side. Back to Bechtel. Lumberjacks still working it around the top. We're going to get a steal. And a turnover on St. Mary's, and Ledbetter trying to go for the block gets called for the foul. That'll send Weimer back to the free throw line. Some subs going to be coming in for the Lumberjacks. First free throw is no good. Weimer struggling from the charity stripe. He's 0 for 3. Grayson Sands comes in. Brett Stansel goes out. Second free throw in and out. Rebound to Gibson. 56-27. Lumberjacks lead by 29. Largest lead of the game. And Gibson trying to get a little fancy with the dribble there, and he's going to lose all out of bounds. Coach Chase was right there on the sideline, give him a little ribbing there. It gives him a smile afterwards. Shue with the ball for Grangeville. Over to Ebert. Now they give it in to Lindsley. Lindsley backing his way in. Spin. Shot is no good. And the rebound goes to Bechtel. Gibson with the ball up top. Lumberjacks start their little weave around the perimeter. Bechtel to Sands. Sands has some stiff defense there as Blake Shue is going to get it called for a little bit of a reach foul there as he tries to swat the ball out, gets a piece of skin, and that'll be foul number 7 of the second half. That'll send Grayson Sands to the free throw line for 1 and 1. Sands 62% on the season from the charity stripe. He averages 8 points a game. Last couple of games, though, he's not had the nights that average. The first free throw is missed. The rebound goes to Grangeville. Ebert's on the right side, and Ebert's going to get called up for a little bit of extra elbow there into Grayson Sands' shoulder, into Grayson Sands' chest, trying to get a little bit of extra room to work on that right side in the short corner. That is Ebert's third foul. He goes out. Caleb Fry checks in for Grangeville. Score remains 56-27, 2:51 to go in the game. A little bit of backcourt pressure now from Grangeville. Looks like a 2-2-1 press. Over to Gibson. Gibson going to cross-court it, try to get it all the way down to Gentry. And I think they're going to get Gentry with the foul there as the ball was clearly there for Dane Lindsay. See who got that foul for St. Mary's. Gentry did. I didn't see him check in, but he did. Ledbetter is out. First free throw is good by Lindsley. That was the second foul on Gentry. Dane Lindsley's second bucket of the night comes from the free throw line. He misses the second free throw. The rebound to Gentry. And St. Mary's brings it down. 56-28, Lumberjacks lead. Gibson has the ball up top. Gives it to Gentry. The ball is almost stolen. Gentry able to recover. Cross court over to Gibson. Has the ball left side. He's going to take the long three, and he makes the long three-pointer by Gibson. Lumberjacks going to switch up their whole lineup here. Tanner McMaster checks in for St. Mary's. Tyler Renner, Trace Wicks, Jared Badgett, Connor Wolf on the floor for St. Mary's. And I think, well, I thought there might have been a timeout, but no, either that or no. Okay, 2:13 left, and now it is a 30-point lead for the Lumberjacks, so it's a running clock from here on out. Blake Shue brings it across for Grangeville. Lumberjacks have executed perfectly here this evening. Three-point shot up by Lindsley, no good. Offensive rebound by Caleb Fry. Fry is going to try from the low post. Can't get the shot to go, but he will be fouled and head to the free throw line. That foul goes against number 32. That is Tyler Renner. First free throw is good by Caleb Fry. His first trip to the free throw line tonight. 9:29, Lumberjacks lead. Second free throw on the way. That one is going to toilet bowl its way through. 59-30, Lumberjacks lead. Connor Wolf bringing the ball across. Goes over to McMaster. McMaster, quick shot from the short corner. No good. And Tyler Renner with the rebound. The putback looked like it might fall in, but it does not. But he was fouled and will go to the free throw line. I'm not sure who the foul went against. It was against Blake Shue. Tyler Renner makes the free throw. Coming in for the Lumberjacks is Carson Wick with 50 seconds left on the clock. Tyler Renner will line up the next shot. On the way, it is up and good as well. 61-30, Lumberjacks lead. Blake Shue bringing the cross. Lumberjacks going to be headed to their 7th straight state tournament action. Now to Shue. Shue is going to... Great teammanship there by Blake Shue for the Bulldogs as he tries to dribble past Carson Wicks. Carson Wicks with the steal, and Wicks drives down and puts it up and good. Love that sportsmanship from Blake Shue. And the final buzzer sound. Lumberjacks are district champions for the 7th straight year. 63-30 win over Grangeville. We'll take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll come back and take a look at the stats.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most. People. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. Of 10 years experience, our tax pros get taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Introducing the all-new 2021 Yamaha Wolverine R-Max 1000. The Wolverine R-Max 1000 offers class-leading power and smooth performance thanks to its new powerful 999cc dual overhead cam 8-valve parallel twin engine featuring legendary Yamaha durability. The all-new advanced and heavy-duty suspension is designed to provide maximum articulation in low-speed situations, a balanced feeling when trail riding, and maximize dampening during sport driving. Visit St. Mary's Saw and Cycle today to see for yourself the all-new Yamaha Wolverine R-Max and realize your adventure. Always protect the environment. Wear your seatbelt, helmet, and protective clothing. Read the owner's manual and product warning labels before operation.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross to savings.
Is your rig's check engine light on? Idling a little rough? Time for an oil change. Maybe you need tires. Stop by Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto Repair can take care of your automotive needs fast. If you have a dead battery, Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros can set you up with a great AC Delco battery. Did we mention tires? Jim's Auto Repair is an authorized Tire Pros dealer and can get you a great deal on tires for your rig. Locations in St. Mary's and Plummer. Jim's Auto and 95 Tires. Give them a call, 208-686-0425, 208-686-0425, or stop by.
And we are back. Lumberjacks come away with a victory, 63-30 over the Grangeville Bulldogs. I want to congratulate the Grangeville Bulldogs on a terrific season. always a great opponent, always a fun opponent to play against. And you guys are a great team. Got a lot of good players there coming up. Congratulations to the seniors, Dane Lindsley, Reese Weimer, Sam Lindsley, not Sam Lindsley. Sam Lindsley is a freshman. Blake Shue, Tori Ebert. Let me go back over those again. Dane Lindsley, Reese, Blake Shue, and Tori Ebert, I believe, are the 4 seniors for Grangeville. It's been fun watching you guys play over the last several years as the opponents for the Lumberjacks against the Lumberjacks. And good luck to you guys in whatever your endeavors are after high school. And looking forward to seeing these other guys back on the floor next year, and also seeing hopefully some of these guys on the baseball diamond here coming up in spring sports. So we just want to give a shout out back to the Grangeville Bulldogs. Let's see, the third period, we already mentioned that, 19-6 in favor of St. Mary's. Fourth period, 12-6 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Grangeville ended up at 29% from the field shooting, 11 of 37, only 2 of 11 from three-point range, and they had a rough night at the free throw line, 6 of 13 for 46%. 19 rebounds for the Bulldogs, 2 offensive, 17 defensive, 4 assists, 6 steals, 13 turnovers, 15 fouls, and 0 second chance, 2 points off turnovers. Off the bench, the Bulldogs had 4 points for Caleb Fry. For the Lumberjacks, 46% from the field, 24 for 52, 6 of 17 from three-point range for 35%, 9 of 12 from the charity stripe for 75%, 39 rebounds for the Lumberjacks unofficially, 27 defensive, 12 offensive, 16 assists for the Jacks, 7 steals, 11 turnovers, 17 fouls. The Lumberjacks had 50 points. Count that, 50 points off the bench tonight. Lumberjacks bench really came up strong. That was over half of the Lumberjacks points. 4 second chance points, 9 points off turnovers for St. Mary's. Brett Stansel, and actually, I'm not sure if, well, yeah, no, that's right, but I thought Brett Stansel started tonight. Maybe he did not. I have Bechtel, Ross. My starter, oh, I see what happened. So the points off the bench for Lumberjacks is inaccurate. When I first started this game, I only had 2 starters in, and that was Bechtel and Ross. So I can correct that later. In any case, Brett Stanson scoring with 17 points, 5 of 9 from three-point range, and he had also 7 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. Tristan Gentry finishes with 14, 7 rebounds for him, 8 points for Colby Renner with a couple of rebounds and a couple of assists. 7 points for Randy Bechtel. He had 5 rebounds, or 6 points for Coleman Ross with 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Eli Gibson had 5 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, 4 rebounds. Grayson Sands finishes with 2 points. Tyler Renner with 2. Carson Witt finishes the night with 2 points. And the opponent, I forgot to do that now. Grangeville, Lumberjack defense did not let any Grangeville player get into double digits. Leading scorer was Blake Shue with 8. 7 points for Tori Ebert. 4 points for Miles LaFay. 4 points for Caleb Fry. 3 points for Dane Lindsley. And 3 points for Jared Lindsley. The Bulldogs finished the season 11-7, which I might have mentioned that already. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be back in 2 minutes, and we'll look at that state tournament bracket.
Invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Check
Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
It's been a trying year for parents, been confronted with countless challenges, and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 50,000 high school student athletes in Idaho have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Idaho high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back as the Lumberjacks have finished cutting the net down off of the backboard, as I think it came off a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to, as the Lumberjacks are your 2020-2021 district champions, 7th straight district title for the Lumberjacks boys, 7th straight trip to the state tournament. Taking a look at the brackets real quick, there's not many positions solidified for the bracket, but the Lumberjacks are the 1A2, District 1-2A seed. They will play on Thursday, 4th of March at 2 o'clock Boise time, 1 o'clock St. Mary's time, and they will be playing either Ambrose or Milba in that first game for the state playoffs down there in Boise. The game before them will, none of those are set, so I can't really say. You'll have North Fremont or Firth on the top of that bracket, West Side or Bear Lake on the bottom of that bracket. In the later games of the day, you'll have either West Side or Bear Lake against Ambrose or Melba, and then in the later games, it'll be Wendell or Valley playing New Plymouth or Firth, or possibly Marsing. So that is all we've got on that district, on that state bracket so far. With this win, the Lumberjacks improved to 20-1 on the season. That's where they'll finish the regular season. And on Friday, we will be at Lakeside High School in Plummer. We're going to be bringing you the district championship game between, I believe it's going to be Wallace and the Lakeside Knights. So that's going to wrap things up here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. I am Tim Parrish. The Lumberjacks win 63-30 over the Bulldogs. We're going to go ahead and send it back over to the studio.
Progressive presents an interview with your upstairs neighbor.
Hi, I'm Tia. The upstairs-downstairs neighbor dynamic is so special. We have our own language. Like when I scream at my mom on the phone, the people downstairs bang on the ceiling to show their support. The nighttime's the best time to rearrange furniture. I call it midnight feng shui. And if I sleep through my alarm in the morning, they bang on my door to wake me. So thoughtful.
Progressive can't save you from your upstairs neighbor, but we can save you money when you bundle renters and auto insurance with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations. Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor.